This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
And a pleasant good evening live from Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this quarterfinal matchup. And we can say, and then there are 8. 16 teams started last week out of the 32 in Class 4A, narrowed down to the final 8 to punch their ticket to the final 4. And when you're playing on Thanksgiving week next week, it's very special because that's semifinals. Along with myself, Eric Sherem, Uriah on videography, and our camera person, the voice of the racers, Mr. Gene. And Gene, we and I made this trip together. We kind of got thrown together, and I'm not Josh Calloway, and you're not Billy as well, but they had commitments, of course, with the University of Oklahoma with Josh. He had to get a flight today heading over to catch BYU because that's a 10 o'clock mountain start for an 11 o'clock kickoff for the University of Oklahoma. And then Billy had another commitment that he was already engaged in. But we have got a great matchup. The number 1 team in the state, Poteau Pirates, against the visiting Newcastle Racers, who come with a great confidence boost after their win last week against Elk City. And I say that because last year that was their bow out in the first round to lose to that same team, Elk City.
That's right, Eric. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure riding over with you. I'm really looking forward to this game. Josh and Billy set a high mark for us. They've done such a great job throughout the year. I don't know if I can hold a candle to Billy, but it serves me proud to be able to comment on the game tonight, represent Newcastle here, and we're really glad to have Mr. Eric Sherem here doing our game for Eric. I look forward to the game tonight.
Well, and we've done our homework as much as we know. What do you know about the east side of the state? Well, not much, because basically when you live on the west side of Oklahoma, you play the west side of Oklahoma. So do I have to educate you as a viewing audience who Tuttle is, who Blanchard is, Clinton, Ada? No, you know most of those schools, and you've kind of seen what they bring to the table. But when you bring on the other side of things like Wagner, who is historically winning state championships, they are the also defending state champion from Class 4A with their win over Cushing last year, and now the Poteau Pirates, number 1 in the state. They are undefeated. Yes, they're 11-0. Who are they? Well, it's kind of hard for coaches to figure that out when they kind of start breaking down film. But we want to welcome you to our Countdown to Kickoff, and our Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Focus Federal Credit Union. For more than 65 years, Focus Federal Credit Union has continued to deliver innovative products and services to our membership about all things financial by anticipating needs and delivering exceptional member service. Stop by and experience the difference with our Tri-City branch at 1097 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle, member NCUA. One thing I was going to say, Gene, weather, perfect.
Oh, this
football weather.
This is beautiful. To be playing in the middle of November is just a pleasure anyway. We would have taken the ice and the snow if it required, but to be able to play on, November 17th in such nice weather condition, the drive over was nice. We actually, as we drove further east, we got more sunshine and warmer temperatures. So
it was.
Very nice right now.
Yeah.
Windows are open. A lot of our fans are outside enjoying this game. It looks great.
We left the parking lot, and it was like 55 degrees. When we got here, it was like in the 60s, and they said it was going to be 59 around kickoff time. It's going to stay around that for a great night of high school football as the Poteau fans are filling up the home side. Newcastle Racers have come out in fashion with school being out on Friday in Newcastle. Then we could get everybody packed in the car and headed out east. In fact, almost to Fort Smith, Arkansas is how far east you go. It's got about 30 miles from Fort Smith, Arkansas, right here on the border. So our count. Go ahead.
Well, we have a pretty good turnout. We had a lot of fans driving along the highway with us, and we got here a little early, but when we pulled into town, we bumped into other racer fans already here, and they're still coming into the stadium. It looks like a great night, and I believe these folks are going to make a lot of noise over on our side, which is where we're sitting on the Newcastle fan side.
We are on the away side. They have a press box set up on both sides, and they put us up here, and that's where we are going to be in very friendly confines of the Newcastle Racer faithful here in Poteau. I also want to say that we have other games on the network, all kicking off at 7 o'clock. 5 games for the OSN network, to include Carl Albert, number 1 in 5A, will host Collinsville. That will be a 7 o'clock kickoff. Del City and Guthrie, we'll keep our eye on that. That's number 2 versus number 3 in Class 5A. Elgin hosts Claremore, and they are number 4 in the state, hosting Claremore in a long bus ride for Claremore, what I say, on the east, coming over to southwest Oklahoma to the Elgin Owls. And then Walters in Class A will be taking on Dibble. And we are here at Poteau with the Newcastle Racers and the Poteau Pirates. We're going to take a timeout and be back as our countdown to kickoff continues right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
So that's Will, and that's Tim. And the farm has been in the family now how long, Tim?
100 years or so.
You stopped counting.
Yes.
The idea that 1.5% of this country is feeding 330 million people 3 times a day.
You shut down a lot of oil and gas, you shut down a lot of U.S. ag. All of a sudden, we start paying a lot more for food, and there's a lot more hungry people all over the world.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success, and finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed, because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Back here at Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this matchup, number 1 team in the Class 4A, the Poteau Pirates against the Newcastle Racers. And we have got about 18 minutes before we start the kickoff of tonight's game, and we're going to have players to watch with Gene.
Hey, well, Eric, you and I were talking during the break. Not only, we know of these teams over here, but we don't know about them because there's just not the TV coverage and radio coverage or newspaper coverage like we have on our Western teams. But we do, we've looked at some film, some video, and let me just share some of the athletes that we'll be seeing from Poteau tonight. They include a quarterback, number 7, Sam Tikla, and I just say wow when I see him on film. He's basically a magician of sorts, kind of a sleight of hand expert on ball handling. He really handles the offense well. He hides the ball well, and when you're looking for him to hand it off to one running back, he's already handed it off to another. One of the ones his favorite backs to hand to give the ball to is number 11, safety and also receiver, Dax Collins. Dax is like a wing back, you might say, if you wing T or old single wing. He's back there near the tight end, maybe an H-back, but nevertheless he handles the ball pretty frequently because he will do essentially a sweep, taking the inside handoff from the quarterback, and he is fast. I think he's a D1 commit to Tulsa, is what we hear, and he's really good. He's one to watch. When he's not in, number 18, Caleb Williams, will be in, and just like number 11, he's in that wingback position. Number 18, Caleb Williams, had at least one 90-yard kickoff return for a touchdown this year. The running backs are number 14 and 15. We don't have a name for number 14. He's not online on their roster or on the handout. But he gets a lot of running time. We'll see that. And number 15 is running back Holden Maddox. Just a couple of other defenders to mention. A big nose guard, number 73, Logan Randolph. I think he will look to have a good game on every game they play. They line up sometime in a 3-down position, so he's in nose guard. Sometimes they look like they're in the 4-2, very similar to Newcastle. But when he's in nose guard, he can get a pretty good push on defense. And when he's not in, number 23 comes in, and he seems to be a little more apt to break through to try to do an inside blitz. And then one last one, number 50, middle linebacker. I don't have a name for him, but he likes to blitz, and we'll be looking for them. Eric, that's Poteau. I could tell you the players to watch for Newcastle. Our fans probably know, but I may have to read 20 different names because I'm telling you, I'm so impressed with the talent, not only the starters, but also the depth of this Racer team.
Well, that's true, and it starts with a sophomore running back who's really coming to his own, and he's really kind of putting in that second gear that we cannot wait to see here in this matchup. In fact, when you go to him, he's lightning speed. T.J. Bradford, just a sophomore, and lightning speed is he's been some of our OSN plays of the week with a call from Josh Calloway. And wish all the best for Josh. He'll be covering the Sooners. As it looks like the Poteau marching band will be walking out across right in front of the visiting away stands. We want to make sure that you find us easily. Just download our free app. You can just search the Oklahoma Sports Network on your Apple and Android devices. Also find us on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV. It's easy to download, it's free to download, and free to watch. Countdown to kickoff will continue. We'll have our keys to the game coming up with Gene and myself about what Newcastle has to do for a win. It's brought to you by Focus Federal Credit Union. For more than 65 years, Focus Federal Credit Union has continued to deliver innovative products and services to our membership, above all things financial, by anticipating needs and delivering exceptional member service. Stop by the experience the difference with our Tri-City branch at 1097 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle, member NCUA. So we are glad that you could be along. If you could not make the trip to Poteau, we understand. A little bit of a long drive. We had a long conversation to get to know each other across the great state of Oklahoma. And, when you're playing November 17th, you've done things right. You've got into the playoffs. You've won that first round. And as we said in the very beginning of the broadcast, you're in the Elite Eight, the final 8. And you think there's 32 teams in 4A. 8 of them are still playing, and after tonight, there'll only be 4 left.
And, Eric, our fans were talking about the long trip. I heard no one complaining.
No.
They were ready to make this trip. They're so excited for the Racers progressing through this far, and they anticipate more drives ahead.
All right, our countdown to kickoff will continue right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list. Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again.
We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma because we wouldn't be a community without you.
Welcome back to Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this showdown. The number one team in Class 4A up against the Newcastle Racers, taking the long trip to the east side of the state. Yeah, well, west meets east when you cross bracket. And welcome into your Countdown to Kickoff. Countdown to Kickoff is brought to you by Focus Federal Credit Union. For more than 65 years, they have continued to deliver innovative products and services to their membership above all things financial by anticipating needs and delivering exceptional member service. Stop by and experience the difference with our Tri-City branch, 1097 Northwest 32nd Street in Newcastle, member NCUA. It's time now for our keys to the game. I'll start off with my keys because I know you've done your homework on this, and I've asked Coach a little bit of his keys to the game. Mine is you got to stop the run first and foremost. They're about 85% toting the rock, okay? So if you stop the run, you limit their opportunities at offense, that's going to give you a success down the fourth quarter. And for games like this, the biggest key that's outside of all the X's and O's is you got to maintain two things. Also, ball security. I talked to you a little bit about that coming up here. Newcastle not really in the above calendar as far as, getting rid of the ball, throwing interceptions, fumbling it. You want to eliminate mistakes, things that you can control. And then second, you eliminate the penalties, the costly penalties, the 15-yard penalties, the 10-yard holding that puts your offense or your defense in a hole. You want to eliminate those. Those things you can kind of control a little bit better than out the X's and O's. So what do you have for your keys to the game for Newcastle for tonight?
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the X's and O's. Mine are a little more general, or for lack of a better term, a little more emotional, you might say. But the keys to the game for Newcastle, I would say tough. Be tough and stay tough. Just like Elk City, Poteau will play hard tonight. And don't blink. Their quarterback is, as I mentioned, he's like a sleight of hand expert. He's fluid. He's well-oiled. I don't know that we will stop their offense. They're too skilled to stop them, but we've got to slow them down and limit them, and then we must answer their drives in multiple fashion. One other thing, we may need to be prepared to accept adversity. This is one of the strongest teams we play this year. Not the strongest, perhaps. We may have already played the strongest teams in the state, but they're going to be strong. They may get ahead, and we need to be able to do what we do well, and that is maintain our composure, get ahead, and stay stay ahead, though, once we do, and don't lose composure and no penalties. And if I may, let me just comment what I would say would be keys for Poteau. Poteau, they need to be able to contain Bradford, and I'm hoping they cannot, because I tend to be a Racer fan.
Well, sure,
for sure.
We're part of the Racer network.
But
here,
but I think I think they're going to have to try to contain Bradford to be successful and stop our run game, and I think that will be a major challenge. They need to be able to get to our quarterback. If he has time to connect, he will, and that goes for either Jackson Burt, especially him, because if he has time, he is excellent, and also Jackson Shanuel. And they may need to play the Where's Waldo game. And when I say Where's Waldo, I'm thinking of Jackson Burt. He is so versatile, Eric. He lines up at quarterback. He can move over to tight end. He can be punter. He can punt the ball very well from the quarterback position. He's a blocker, and he's a big-time defender. And finally, they better add versatility to their offense, because if their offense is one or two dimensional, I think Newcastle will be able to break that code. Coach Bradshaw is excellent defensive coordinator, and he will find a way to adjust.
All right, so the Newcastle Racers heading out to midfield for our coin toss with Jackson Burt, our senior leader and team captain, quarterback, along with looks like number 26, who is on crutches.
Brady Rice.
A little bit of an injury, but still get the great opportunity to come up to the midfield stripe to meet the two and get ready for the coin toss. And I don't know about you. Do you prefer to take the ball or defer if you win?
Oh, I always say defer, but the coaches never listen to me.
All right, so we've got an opportunity. The coin's in the air. Of course, the Racers get to call it. They called it. They're going to discuss what position. So it looks like the Newcastle Racers have won the coin toss. We'll see if they've elected to take the ball or defer. So they are going to take it. So they're going to receive. They're going to take the ball. And so we have got 5.5 minutes to go before we kick this off to the great state of Oklahoma with great matchups across the network. We're glad you could join us on Facebook Live, also on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on Facebook. Follow us on Facebook. Like us there. You can follow us on X, also on TikTok, and then also subscribe to, like I said, YouTube channel and Facebook as we're gearing up for a great matchup tonight. The Newcastle Racers, and they're all white with blue numbers. Very easy for old guys like me to see. So that will help a little bit.
Poteau, not so much. Yeah. A little less contrast.
Yeah, Poteau's going to be a little bit more of a challenge. So we're going to take our final timeout and come back to action as we'll kick this one off with the Newcastle Racers, and the countdown to kickoff by Focus Federal Credit Union will continue right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list. Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again.
We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma, because we wouldn't be a community without you.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Well, welcome to Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this one. And we're glad that you could come along for the ride. My name is Eric Sherman, along with Gene. We've got 12 on the board, and you know what that means. High school football in the great state of Oklahoma, ready to kick off playoff style. And your first quarter sponsor is brought to you by the Heat and Air Guy. There is no AC, residential, or commercial that shall defeat the Heat and Air Guy. He's there to protect you from surprises. For all your heat and air needs, call today. Phone 405-305-5734. And we're off and running for the kick. And this is going to be into the end zone for a touchback. So the Racers will start 1st and 10 right outside their own 20. So the Racers come out in their all whites with blue numbers. And looks like Poteau is kind of in their dark jerseys with kind of a red number. And the Newcastle faithful that have made their way here are pretty much standing. And the Newcastle Racers on their first possession of the ball game.
Big number 73 at nose guard there, Eric, what we were expecting.
So Jackson Burt, a very seasoned veteran, is going to fake the handoff, little wide screen to the far side of the field, and is picked up defensively right at the exchange. And I think that's going to be, no gain?
No gain. He had a receiver out there that was trying to block, but he wasn't able to get his block in, and both defenders got hold of the receiver. I believe that was probably 23, Lane.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Back to work, back to action. Burt back to throw, and this is going to be, got a flag in the play.
Number 23 on the reception.
So we're going to find out what this was. The first flag thrown. Get our white cap to give us the final say. He'll approach the press box. And
looks like their team is getting the option.
Whether he take the down or take the. So it's going to be decline pass interference. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10 already. So the Pirate defense holding right out of the get-go. Burt will look for the sidelines for Coach Brickman and company. Got a lone wide receiver here on the near side on the low end of the screen. Back to work, back to pass. Sits up in the pocket, looks to throw. He's got time to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, and Burt just has to take it and run. And that's going to be a punting situation and a 4th down coming up. Well, it's kind of a coverage sack. You kind of see nowhere to go as Jackson Burt basically had to.
That's right. He waited, and sometimes he breaks those, Eric.
So it's a 3 and out for the Newcastle Racers to start this ball game. Not kind of one you want to start on the road, and that's going to be punt. And it's going to bounce and roll and get a Newcastle roll down to about the 42-yard line where the Pirates will take over on their 1st and 10 right out of the gate. So Newcastle was held defensively on a 3 and out. Let's see what the Poteau Tigers will do with Sam Tikala, the quarterback, who's just a sophomore.
And Newcastle came out throwing instead of running.
Very interesting.
That was interesting.
Interesting set of how you set, maybe just to kind of settle the nerves a little bit. They call this a sugar, formation is what Coach calls it.
Sugar huddle.
A sugar huddle. They come straight to the line and right back to work. Handoff coming to the near side of the field. Man, he keeps his feet churning and going for about a 5-yard pickup on the 1st down.
And that says number 15, Maddox. And that's what they're so good at, Eric, pushing forward even when they meet opposition.
Brings up a 2nd down and about 5. Just underway on the first possession for the Pirates. Got two receivers that will shift over to the near side. Little screen, bubble screen coming to the near side of the field. Picked up 50, 45, 40. Off to the races to the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Pirates.
And that's Dax Collins, Eric.
So making it look easy for the hometown team as the Pirates get on the board for putting 6 and the PAT coming up. Well, that's not how you want to start on the road.
No, and interestingly enough, one run and one pass.
So a 55-yard scamper. Yeah, I understand. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So the Pirates with a potential backbreaker to start off a 55-yard scamper to put 7 on the board. We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right, back here at Poteau, Oklahoma, where it's on the first drive and the second play from scrimmage, 55-yard scamper for Poteau to put them on the board 7-0. This ball is going to be kicked off and is going to be fielded in the back of the end zone for a touchback. And your kickoff is brought to you by Auto Accessories Unlimited, specializing in custom paint and body for cars, trucks, boats, RVs, you name it. Paint and body collision repair modifications. Over there in Norman, call 405-360-8855, Auto Accessories. All right, so back where we started, 1st and 10 right outside their own 20-yard line. It's going to be a pass right out of the gate, looking to throw, and then in and out of the hands of the intended receiver.
That's Jordan Lane.
So Jordan Lane, the target.
Jackson had some time. The line held, blocked for him.
I'm like you. I'd like to see a little bit of a run here. Try to establish that.
Yeah. That was a great play. The defender was so close to the receiver.
Got a man in motion. It's going to be a fake handoff. Quarterback keeper, and Burt will dance his way up to about the 25-yard line, but it's going to bring up about a 3rd down and about 5. So this is really, I say it's early to say.
It's early, but it's
critical pickup first down.
Mm-hmm. You're right.
3rd down and 5 for Burt and company. Got trips up on the top side of your screen. It's going to be a fake handoff. Bullet strike off to the 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, to the 30, to the 20, to the 15. Oh, outside the 20, and then he's tackled right outside the 18-yard line. What a connection. What a great pass from Burt.
Number 23, Jordan Lane, lightning speed. I'm surprised someone caught him, but they had an angle on him. And 1st and 10 down in their territory.
Right outside the 18-yard line, and Burt connects just like that to put Newcastle back in business, and it's going to be an immediate handoff, and we're inside a red zone opportunity for the Newcastle Racers by Trinity Restoration. Top quality roof and repair restoration. Call 405-695-7040. Back to work, and they're going to go quick. Burt throws
to Lane.
Lane's going to get it right at the 5 and then stretches out. This is going to be a 1st and goal right outside about the 5-yard line. Boy, you talk about a strike first, and what Coach Brickman must have saw with the ability to be able to pass was wide open. They were ready to stuff the box And the Newcastle Racers knocking at the door to try to tie this one up. Burt. Fake handoff, quarterback keep. He'll spin move at the 1 and get down at the goal line.
And that's Burt. That is quite a strength by Jackson Burt. He is so strong, Eric.
Well, and he's got that big frame. Lucky number 13 shows his stuff. He does have T.J. Bradford next to him. Bradford will stand next to Jackson's left. Got a big number 77 for extra block. Handoff to T.J. Bradford. He'll cross. He'll score. Touchdown, Newcastle.
What an answer, Eric.
You want to answer points with points, and they do that in a hurry. Just like that, the Newcastle Racers back in business. We'll see this on the instant replay. Just push, 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 drive the feet, cross and score. Chris Ledoux. Or Eric Ledoux, rather. Chris Ledoux is the old country western singer. Eric Ledoux gets the instant replay up for the 6 of the PAT. Is blocked. Boy, that really kind of stifles things a little bit and makes things a little bit interesting when you have the block PAT. So it's a 7-6 contest with 7:50 left to go. We're still in quarter 1. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list. Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again.
We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma because we wouldn't be a community without you.
All right, back here, ready for the kickoff for the Newcastle Racers. Would say we look to try to tie this one up. We got the touchdown, dumped it in for the score, but the PAT was blocked after T.J. Bradford got the 1-yard scamper. Kickoff brought to you by Auto Accessories in Norman. Going to be kicked off end over end. It's going to bounce and it's going to roll at about the 2-yard line. Then picked up at the 5. Taken at the 10. Gets on the skate on the and then a big hit outside the 21-yard line. That is a great defensive special teams play. Could have been worse for Poteau, but they got it back and then in field position for about the 25-yard line.
That's number 43, Alcision, on that hard hit. He hit him in bounds, but he knocked him way out of bounds. That was a really
slobber
hard
knocker,
hit. It was a slobber knocker.
And that was a great play by the defense on the special teams. With 7:43 here in quarter 1. And Poteau, with their their worst field position tonight, back out their own 25-yard line. Their first was after a punt for Newcastle on the first possession, and they come with that sugar rush from the huddle. They'll switch over. They got a lot of different formations. Got a man in motion, go to the far side, hits the motion man, sweeping left. Going to go a little pushing and shoving. Gain a few. Gets up to about the 29-yard line, so a gain of about 3.
We talked about Bradford on offense and a phenomenal runner. He's also a great defender. He's in a safety position, number 5. He was in on that tackle just after a gain of about, 3 yards.
So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. And they'll quickly go to the line. And they'll stack over with double tight ends. Strong left package. Handoff going left. And it's chased down with a great racer stop. And that's going to be taken back at about the 28-yard line. And that's going to be a loss of a yard.
Big number 77 got in there, got his hands on him, and he was swarmed by 2 or 3 other Racer defenders.
They're going to give him back to the original line of scrimmage and bring it up a 3rd down and 7. Clock continues to roll. 6:45. We're almost at the halfway mark of the first quarter. And they'll huddle up and then race to the line. See if you're adjusted. Newcastle matches them defensively. It's a quick snap, straight back to pass. Looking outfield, he's almost sacked, comes out of it, and then is hit. As the ball is thrown, is picked up at the 20, down to the 15, to the 10, and that is a great turnover by the Newcastle Racers. Come to play is Barker.
That's number 3, Ian Barker.
Ian Barker.
Great pursuit by the...
Right here, watch that, and then just gets all the way down to about the 10, marching it down to try to get a score. This is what happened in the Miami game last week as they jumped up on Miami with a quick 2 scores. Burt looking to try to capitalize on a short field.
Shanuel.
Oh, Shanuel is in, sorry. Then it's going to be a handoff, stacking, trying to push the pile, going forward, trying to get a yard or 2.
That's number 16, Trey Burchett.
So Burchett is going to get the carrier. It's going to bring up a second down and goal. So no gain on the play.
No, ball on the 6.
Oh, it's on the 6. Take it. Check that. It's going to be a fake handoff. Quarterback Keepler and Shanuel just waltz in for the end zone for the touchdown. The 6 points on the board to make it 12-7 to shock this Poteau crowd to go up. And now the 2-point conversion, or do you go settle for the 1? You want to try to get one back? I think they're going to go the traditional 1 right here.
You never know. It looks traditional. And this is Toby Batchelder. He missed 1. It was blocked. But he kicks with authority.
So the PAT coming up. Ball is also blocked again. So 2 blocked PATs has been the story tonight on special teams against the Newcastle Racers. But they lead 12-7. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
I'm going to keep watching that.
We're going to be back here on the Poteau side, or on the visitors' side of Poteau, Oklahoma, where the Newcastle Racers now lead 12-7. They got the touchdown first for the Poteau Pirates. Newcastle with a big pass play to get them into business, a couple of run plays to dump it in, but the PAT is blocked. They get the turnover inside Poteau territory where Newcastle, they fake the onside look. What a great little snazzy thing you kind of put in the back bag that you can maybe come back and use with 5:45 left to go here in quarter number 1. And now we'll look to kick this one off. But Poteau jumped out on Miami last week with a kick after a touchdown where they got the ball. And this is going to be deep, and this is going to be sailed back at about the and that's going to bounce in the end zone for a touchback. Had it at the 1, bounced it out, but went into the red, and so it will be 1st and 10 right outside their own 20.
Right. Well, Eric, I wish I'm so used to doing PA now, saying I'm always watching the ball wherever it goes. I wish I'd looked closer at our defender who got to the quarterback a few moments ago, rushed that throw, affected the throw, and Ian Barker picked it off. So kudos to those defenders who got in there. Very likely it's usually either 43 or 33, our defensive ends, and they made that play and that turnover happen.
So Sam Tekla back for quarterback as a sophomore, had to run for his life, and a great defense by Newcastle. And they'll go right back to the run, going to the far gate, right, left side, and that's going to be negated as a Newcastle stop, and that should bring up about a 2nd down and 10.
That's number 21, Shane Lovejoy. He's had 83 tackles for the year. He made the tackle, but number 45, Jaron Webb, we call him Heavy J. He goes by Heavy J. And he and number 77, Taj Smith, really, they are going to have to slow things down at the line and let those linebackers in there.
They didn't give him 2 yards, so it's 2nd down and 8 and another handoff, and then he negates. Man, he was initially stopped, but you keep your feet moving and you keep churning, and you get up to about the 32-yard line. That will be enough for a 1st and 10, move the chains. So it puts it right outside the 33-yard line. And the Pirates bring a packed house, by the way. Number 1 team in Class 4A. Going to go straight to the line in the huddle. Going to snap, quick toss, going to the left side. They really like that left. And now Newcastle comes up with a great defensive stop as he gets up to about the 35-yard line. Gain of a couple.
Once again, number 13, Jackson Burt. Number 4, Heskew. Rex Heskew really is going to be tough around that left end because he is going to close things in.
4:18. Boy, when you run the ball, you run the clock. And they'll quickly come out of that huddle straight to the line. They got a lot of different formations. Man in motion. It's going to be a hand of the motion man coming to the near side. We got a flag in the play to the 40, 45, and then he's going to get pushed out of bounds. Shamuel and Burt were there to kind of try to contain him, and this could be coming back. This could be a hold. It is a hold against the Poteau Pirates, and Gene, we're going to back him up 10 yards.
That's right, and that's that. I believe that went to Maddox. I didn't get a number on that, but it really, even there was a hold, and that probably was instrumental. But man, he had a convoy of blockers in front of him. So the Racers are going to have to figure out how to disrupt that blocking scheme downfield because he had 3 blockers running along with him.
Well, and what they do is they huddle, and then they break that huddle, and they sugar it by going straight to the line, and then they snap it. Got a man in motion. Fake to the motion man. Oh, and that's almost picked off. Linebacking core, you had Burt right there in the middle, and you also had number 21.
And that's Shanuel that had his hands on it. Number 15, Shanuel.
Yep.
But I can't.
Missed opportunity.
I can't keep quiet on the microphone because I was trying to help him intercept it.
Well, you go ahead and say it. I'd like for you to call it with 3:40 left to go, and they are pressuring, making Poteau very uncomfortable of what they like to do.
3rd and very long, Eric.
3rd down and 19. It's going to be a handoff, and he is going to go nowhere but a Newcastle pile-up with a defense. And it's been Newcastle since the first opening drive where they went 3 and out. Poteau comes back, scores a touchdown, and it's been Newcastle ever since.
4th and I would say 19 or 20.
Yep, 4th down and 19 with 3:17 left to go. Return man will stand back at his own 40.
This is Rex Heskew.
And Heskew will wait for the punt, stands back at the own 11-yard line. Gets this one high, deep, and we're going to backpedal, and it's going to bounce forward for a Newcastle bounce. That's going to get close to midfield.
Well, that's a flag came in late, Eric.
So a late flag after the play, after the whistle, and we'll sort this one out from our white cap. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Poteau?
Did you see that already? I missed. He's facing the other press box, of course.
Yes.
But it happened right on the Poteau bench.
Okay, well, it's just they're not marking anything off at this point.
That might have been a sideline warning.
Maybe inadvertent. Okay,
that might have been a sideline
that's
warning.
probably right. You're right. It's so hard when he faces that, and there's a whole host of players in between us and the white cap,
And the hand motion for sideline warning is very similar. So, 1st and 10 Racers.
So Burt will shift over. T.J. Bradford next to him. Hand off to Bradford. Bradford gets a gain of a couple. Gets up to about the 48-yard line, close to midfield. Glad you could join us on the broadcast. Uri on camera. The voice of the Racers, Gene, and myself, Eric Sherem. Great night in Poteau, Oklahoma. Great night for football. We'll have trips here on the low end of the screen. Jackson Burt with kind of that hard count. He said that he also is able to draw people off sides, back to pass, back to work, a little high, and that is going to be incomplete. A little bit of high and too much mustard on that one.
He caught it but landed out of bounds. That's Aiden Schumart. He has great hands. That was just a little too high for him to bring down in bounds.
Well, I knew the Schumart name with his brother being quarterback, and then you told me he's got 2 younger ones out of the 4. He was the oldest, and 3 left on the squad. Back to work, Burt in the shotgun formation. Rolls to the near side of the field, looking to throw. He wants to go deep and long. He's got a man, little push and shove. Oh, and that could have been intercepted, and there's a flag in the play back at the 10-yard line for both sides. Is it going to be offense? Is it going to be defense? We'll check it out here.
Defense.
So it's going to be a pass interference against the defense, against the Poteau Pirates. Shocking and awe here in Poteau, Oklahoma. 1st and 10, move the chains.
Eric, that was number 15, Shanuel. He and Burt are interchanging so quickly. You've got to.
Is it 13? Is it 15?
Yeah.
Keep your eye on it.
And he laid that ball in there.
Yeah, he did.
And had it not been interfered with, I think Lane would have pulled it in.
Okay, so as they mark this one off inside Poteau territory, going to set up shop right outside the 40-yard line. Jackson Burt will have 2 receivers on the low end of your screen. Going to be the fake handoff, looking to pass, come out of the pocket, then flushed out of the pocket, stiff arm, and then gets corralled there at the 40-yard line.
Jackson Shanuel.
Nowhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just you kind of look, and, you take that, and Shanuel had really nowhere to go. Clock continues to roll with 1:52 here in the first quarter. Hand clap, Shanuel. Handoff, Owen skirts right through the defenders, gets down to about the 31-yard line. This is probably 4-down territory, wouldn't you say?
I would think so. This is going to bring up 3rd down and medium, but I think it may be. And
I don't think you'd punt here anyway. I mean, it's the best you could do is put them on the 20.
This line, Riggs and Gentry and Maddox Birdsong, they are pushing around that.
Shamuel, fake handoff. Quarterback Keat almost loses it.
Wow.
The ball almost popped out, but great hand control as he kept the ball, and it's put down with the tackle at about the 35-yard line.
That's also remarkable pursuit by that defensive backfield. Those linebackers are crashing in. There are 3 of them wrestling Shanuel.
Jackson Shanuel still in at quarterback.
And it is 4th down.
4th down, 4-down territory. Need to make up some yardage. Hard count, need about 7 yards, maybe 6.5 to get the first down with 40 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Shanuel will check the defense. 2 receivers, top side and the low side. Straight back to pass, looking downfield, flushed, and then throws into traffic, and that's going to be incomplete. And the ball goes over on down, so not able to capitalize there as the storyline, the Poteau Pirates scored on their first drive. Newcastle answered with back-to-back touchdowns, but the PATs were blocked, and we stay at 12-7 with 26 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1.
Now you've got both Jackson Burt, number 13, and Shanuel on defense. Burt is a remarkably strong linebacker there, along with Lovejoy.
And, of course, they got a lot of motion and a lot of shifts. Handoff right up the middle.
So
and
fast.
then he is hit right there at the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it right there at the 40. That's a pretty good gain from right out of the gate. First down was 2nd down, and that's going to be probably the last play. I don't think they'll snap it. 10 seconds left to go before the end of the first quarter, and I think they will call it good. So after 1 quarter of play, it is now Newcastle Racers up 12-7 after 1. We've got 3 more to go. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
All right, welcome back to Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this one, and we are now into the second quarter. Just like that, 1 quarter in the books in quarterfinals of the 8 remaining in Class 4A. Glad you could join us. My name is Eric Sherm, the voice of the Racers, with Gene with us today, and Chris Dumm, your Allstate agent, is your second quarter sponsor. Chris knows what life is like here in Newcastle, and you can choose your car and your home to fit your lifestyle and budget. Going to be a handoff, jet sweep motion, go to the far side of the field, gets a stiff arm, and then a motion to the 50. Off to the race to the 40. 1 man to beat. Still it's tight ropes to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. He'll score. Touchdown just like that. Back in business, the number 1 team in Class 4A, just showing their stuff, is the Poteau Pirates. You'll get to see this on our instant replay out of the gate, and here he goes.
Well, they do have some athletes. We haven't called his number yet. Jagger Dotson, number 5. And once he made that cut around that right end, it was a breakaway.
Yeah, and he had the speed to show it.
Wow.
So the PAT coming up is they now take the lead by 1. Trying to make it a 2-point lead. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So now Poteau regains the lead. 14-12 just to start the second quarter. Right out of the gates, here comes the Poteau Pirates. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Okay.
All right, so we're back here to Poteau, and just like that, as you don't blink in a game like this, we just started. Not only just 11:47 remain from the second quarter, and they've already answered and took back the lead.
Both of those were on long runs, Eric, and both of them escaped around the end. We'll have to see if we can make adjustments on that.
Your Auto Accessories kickoff is going to be into the end zone for a touchback, specializing in custom paint and body for cars, trucks, boats, RVs, you name it. Paint and body collision repair and modifications over there in Hutener Drive in Norman. Call 405-360-8855.
In the first quarter, Blanchard 14, Sallisaw 0.
Blanchard leads 14-0 over Sallisaw, as they've announced as the public address announcer. Wagner and Tuttle are scoreless. We'll keep you updated in that Class 4A matchup. Back to action is Burt back in at quarterback. It's going to be a handoff, and this is not going much of anywhere into that Poteau line defense. They're going to give him one, so a very generous spot on a second down and 9.
And that happened right at the line, of course. The offense was not able to get a push, no open hole. He needs 2 steps, Eric. He needs 2 steps, and he can break, but he's got to get through that line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw the ball comes out, and Burt has to jump back on it. It was a high snap. It got away from him momentarily, and that could have been bad news Bears, but Jackson Burt was able to jump right back on it and cover it up. But that's going to bring up a third down already, a third down and about 11. And the Pirate defense has shown up, and they take the 2-point lead, 14-12. Jackson Burt will survey the defense. Bradford next to him, straight back to pass, sets up the screen, and this is going to be in and out of the hands. It's going to be incomplete. They're going to say no catch. Incomplete, trying to go to Schumard, as Aiden was able not to corral it, and that's going to be a 4th down. Punting situation now. And you put the momentum is shifted back to Poteau. You are up 12-7. Now the shift of the momentum goes back to Poteau, and now you give them the ball back with a punting formation here. Punter will stand back close to midfield. Got a latecomer coming on. Burt back to punt. Stand back at his own 5-yard line, and will get this one away. And will backpedal, calls for the fair catch right at about the 48-yard line. So now you give the number 1 team in 4A about a half of a field to work with, which is not good news when they get out the gate. And what you noticed during the break, it's been on the edge. They want to try to get the edge. And if you can't set that and contain that, then it's a foot race.
Right. And they have so many offensive players running that direction that are either our corners or our ends are just getting caught up in it. I mean, I believe they're playing hard and fighting hard, but they're managing to get outside that end, and then it's lightning speed.
Quickly to the line. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and nothing doing as the Newcastle Racer defense is there. Johnny on the spot, saying no gain on the play to bring up a 2nd down and 10.
Well, there again, his ball handling. My eyes went to the running back, but the fullback essentially had the ball and was running forward before you could even blink an eye.
So Sam Tekla, sophomore quarterback, surveys a little quick.
There we go.
Out, and there it is on a great Johnny on the spot defense. There you go. That's what Newcastle brings to the table.
That's number 8, Caden Longman, and he has speed and he hit hard.
We're going to see that there on instant replay, and look at that. And the hit and the takedown and the Eric Ledoux instant replay gave you an opportunity at a great defensive stop. Let's keep it up. 3rd down and 10.
Eric, we are a young team. We have sophomores out there. We have freshmen. They are doing a great job, but they are young.
Quickly to the line. Got a man in motion going to the far side of the field. We'll survey the defense, and they'll call a timeout here. So as they take a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this. Newcastle Racer football right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped, shooting my shot, oh, 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 yeah, I'm the one, I'm a legend, get what I want, oh, 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 yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped, shooting my shot, oh, 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 yeah, I'm the one.
So we're rattling the stands over here on the east side, straight back to pass. Looking downfield's going to throw.
That's ours.
And that's going to be intercepted. Going to be taken back at the 40, 50, 45, 40. Going to cross the bounds on the other side of the field. Looks for a couple of blocks. And now this is whistled dead.
Flag down on the 50.
Flag on the play at the 50.
That's Caden Longman on the interception and a great return. Unfortunately, it looks like we probably got a block in the back over here. Still a good turnover.
Surveyed that, and boy, I'll tell you what a great opportunity. As the turnover, we talked about the battle of turnovers, and you say, if you can keep that in your department, things are going to look good for you. And we already had the one score off of the, and just when we thought the momentum had shifted back to Poteau, here comes the Newcastle Racers, Jackson Burt and company. We'll get a new play call, so we've kind of got a series of a change with quarterbacks. Both of them play at linebackers, so you kind of keep them as healthy as they can be. Fake handoff, Burt with a carry, 40, 45, still pushing the pile to about the 48-yard line. That's all Burt trying to get the 1st and 10. Move the chains, that's about a 9-yard carry. We'll call it about 8. And that is all Burt.
Burt has almost 400 yards rushing. That doesn't sound like a lot, but when in addition to that's in addition to Bradford and Burt's extensive passing yardage. He adds a lot with his legs.
Waiting for Bradford to break one, just as we've seen in highlights before all season long. Number 5 stands next to his left. It's going to be a handoff. Waits, gets a block, and then gets up to past midfield, past the 1st down marker. 1st and 10, move the chains right outside the 48-yard line.
Well, it's good seeing the line finally getting a push, Eric. Not only was there a gap made, but the black jerseys went backwards.
That's what you like to see. And then you see him squeak out.
Exactly.
And when he gets into that secondary, number 5 is gone. Man in motion coming to the near side of the field. Burt, handoff. Bradford. Bradford is going to skate his way up, or down rather, to about the 45-yard line. Gain him a couple. Racers on the move inside Poteau Pirate territory to try to regain the lead with 7:48 left to go here in the second quarter. Burt will get a new play call. 3 receivers here on the bottom of your screen. Back of the shotgun formation. Fake to the jet motion. We got a flag in the play. Quarterback keeper gets maybe a yard or two, but maybe this could be coming back with a hold.
That's the indication.
Yep, that's a holding call, and that's going to be going in the opposite direction, guys. Your Chris Dumb Allstate second quarter. Chris knows what life is like here in Newcastle, that you choose your car and your home to fit your lifestyle and your budget. He also knows how important it is to do the same when it comes to your insurance. Looks forward to getting to know you, helping you find the solutions that meet your needs. Call today, 405-392-2390. So Newcastle backed up for their longest on a second down in about 18. We've seen this before. Let's see them connect as Burt back in the shotgun formation. Straight back to pass. He's got some time to throw. He's going to throw and connect over about the 40-yard line. That's going to be close to this. It's about a yard, maybe 2 yards shy of the sticks.
That's Aiden Schumar, number 2. And that's a great pass by Burt and a great catch. He had someone draped over him, looked to me like, and he came down with it. Unfortunately, he didn't have any running room after he caught it.
And it brings up a third down and short. Jackson Burt in the shotgun formation. Quarterback keeper lowers his shoulder, pushes the pile, and I think he's going to push enough to get a first down. Yes, Whitecap says 1st and 10, move the chains and run the clock. 6:37, we're almost halfway through the second quarter. Newcastle trying to put themselves in business to try to take the lead.
Following behind that big guard, Chaz Gentry, and center Clayton Riggs, they made some room for him to run forward.
Jackson Burt, fake handoff.
Oh, you got
back to work, back to pass. Going to go into the end zone. Oh, it's going to fall a little bit short. He had his man beat, but he just kind of came up, kind of threw that one a little bit, didn't have air underneath it, and hit the ground incomplete. Well, maybe that's a little bit of energy that he's got with it. When you see that, it was just kind of thrown a little bit shy from what needed to have happen. Racers right outside the 37-yard line of the Poteau Pirates. Handoff up the middle, makes a man miss, and then a shoestring tackle as he gets past to about the 28-yard line.
Trey Burchett has done such a great job coming in and helping. We lost Carson Bolser in about the second or third week of the season. Burchett has done a great job on offense and defense, and he had a good run there for picking up all the way up to, what yard line is he on there?
Right outside the 28.
28-yard line.
Burt back to work. Hard count. It's going to be a handoff, and he will skate down to about the 26-yard line. It needs to get a little bit past, about a yard shy of picking up another first down. Brings up a 3rd down and 1 with 5.5 to go. And they say go. Get the fans in the stands here from Newcastle have been standing most of this ball game.
I'm lost on the marks. They gave him a first down.
They did. I take that back. So it's a 1st and 10. Move the chains. Burt back to work. Back with a handoff. Off tackle the far side of the field. That's why everybody was cheering.
Yes.
I didn't even see it with a mark.
I didn't either, and I didn't see the motion. But
so Trey Burchett is going to get the handoff, and he'll go out after the carry.
No gain, it looks like, Eric.
Yep, and we'll bring back in T.J. Bradford, and Bradford will be behind, well, actually slightly off right to Jackson Burt. Got a man in motion. He'll trail to the far side. It's going to be a handoff to Bradford. Bradford tries to skate outside and is contained by the Poteau defense right outside the 26-yard line.
I think they sniffed that one out from the beginning. They were waiting for him.
And it's already going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9 with 4:46. This is probably 4-down territory for your Newcastle Racers. Get a new play call from the sideline. We'll switch personnel. we'll go to kind of a smaller package as 88 comes out. Burt. Bradford next to his right. Burt looking out of the pocket. Oh, and he is going to take a sack. Coverage sack, had nowhere to throw, and he's going to be taken back down at about the 41-yard line. And that's going to bring up a fourth down, and here you go, a heave-ho and try to get it down. You don't need to go to the end zone. You just need to get the first down marker. We've had time to be able to pass. So, except for this last one, that was the last time where they really dialed it up.
Yeah, and my eyes went downfield to the receivers, and when I look back, there were two guys all over him.
Two came from both sides. Burt fakes, sweep. They come on the corner blitz, safety blitz, and, they're going to take him down, and they'll whistle that stoppage of play, and it's going to be right at about the 50-yard line.
That's a turnover with a loss of geography. And
well, you got a 1-2 punch between these two teams. Number 5 going up against number 1. Number 1 leads by 2 with 3:35. You got to make it close. Just make it a fourth quarter ball game. There's 4 quarters to play, and we've got to get a stop here. So the momentum has been kind of shifting pendulum style back and forth between these two.
Now the coach basically put his faith on defense right here because he went with 4th and long, and let's see if defense can answer because this is a giant drive right here.
It's going to be a handoff. Motion goes to the top side and going to turn that corner. Gets up to about the 48-yard line. Decent carry on a first down.
That was that young man who broke it out a little while ago for the long run. And they are fast, Eric. I know I'm repeating myself, but they just have so much speed.
Well, 11-0 and number 1 in the state. You can kind of see why.
You bet.
It's going to be a toss motion coming to the near side of the field. Gets a block, and then he going to stumble his way past midfield, gets down to the racer 49-yard line, still about 2 yards shy before a pickup of a first down, brings up a third down and short. And the clock will run with 2:50 left to go, and boy, what a fast and furious first half this has been. Welcome into the broadcast booth here at Poteau, Oklahoma. Filling in for Josh Calloway and Billy Palmer. Billy Collier. Outside the 48-yard line. Handoff right up the middle. And is going to get stopped about a yard shy. Yep, he's about a yard and a half shy, Gene.
Yeah, the racers were saying they took the ball, but they called him down. His progress stopped there.
Oh, he's going to say first down.
No, that can't be.
Wow, the Whitecap didn't even look. And wait. He said move him. The Whitecap said move him.
I cannot.
And they're going to move.
Wow.
The way the spot was looked like that was a stop, and you got to go with the motion going to the far side of the field, tries to get the stiff arm at the 50. There's a flag in the play back at the 50-yard line. But, you got to play with adversity. When things happen, you just got to shake it off and just get right back to work, whether you thought that was good or not.
You don't want to over-focus on it, but sometimes it's a bad angle, but we're sitting right here in front of it.
Right.
So, but you can't quit playing, and let's see what the call is.
It's a $147.
Holding on there.
Yeah, against Poteau. So they'll back them up 10. Both teams, these are kind of like two heavyweight fighters in the boxing ring, just pound for pound, punch for punch. When it was 7-0 out of the gate, Newcastle responded twice with touchdowns, got their PATs blocked, and then Poteau's answered late to go up by 2. Handoff, jet motion, going to the far side of the field, and is stopped again. Nowhere to go. After a gain, they're going to say a gain of about 5, but with the negative yards, they got to get all the way down to the Newcastle about 37-yard line for a first down with a $1:15 left to go, and Newcastle calls a timeout. So as they take a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust. to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Eric. So you want to keep him in that second and long. No penalties. Try to end this one out with a $112 before the half. They'll shift over, got a man in motion.
And
pop motion going to the far side of the field, gets a man. He misses the tackle at the 50, gets down to about the 49. They're going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, and it's going to bring up with about a minute left to go. It's going to be a 3rd down and 17, down to a 3rd down and 9. So a 2nd and 17 to a 3rd down and 9. Pick that up with 49 seconds left to go. I wonder if the Pirates are going to plan to just snap it right at the end and then maybe hope for a penalty where you can get one on time down. 38 seconds and counting, straight to the line. It's going to be a handoff coming to the near side of the field. Surveys and gets away from one. And then two.
My goodness.
And then still off to the races. And then finally gets the tackle right outside the 27-yard line with 24 seconds left to go. And I'll tell you what, that's why you keep your feet moving. You keep driving your feet. You really got to get a stop here, Newcastle. And now the Pirates will call their second timeout. They've got one left. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
CFD. Our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Well, both fan bases up on their feet, trying to see the last 24 seconds. What's going to happen in this one? It's going to be a shift over, heavy tight end package on the top side of your screen and a whistle. I think Newcastle wanted to call timeout to kind of see what they were going to come up with formation, and they do. They take a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list.
Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again. We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma, because we wouldn't be a community without you.
All right, back to action. Welcome back to Poteau, Oklahoma. Site of this showdown, number 1 against number 5. Poteau inside Newcastle territory, right outside the 27-yard line. It's going to be a handoff. They like coming back to this side, and then it's going to keep his feet moving, churning, and it's going to be taken down outside the 20-yard line with 15 seconds left to go. They have one timeout remaining, and that is going to be their last. So they are going to take their final timeout. And we'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Will waiting for a Newcastle stop to try to end this, to try to get 15 seconds remaining before the half. It's going to be a fake bubble screen, going to go to the ends of the end zone, and this is going to be incomplete, and they're not going to call anything there.
Well, we're all fortunate because they were all over each other.
Yep, 9.7 seconds remain here before the half.
That's
it's
good.
Third down.
Good coverage by Jackson Daniel.
Just like we saw before with a fumble or an interception, just get a sack and end this because they're out of timeouts.
You're right, Eric.
They're going to try for a field goal attempt. No. Yeah, they are. This is going to be
39 yards.
A 39-yard attempt.
And he's a good kicker.
So, and then we got movement there, and that's going to put them back 5. And that may put them out of, false start on the offense. And now we're going to try through a 36-yard attempt.
Actually, I'd call it 44.
Or 44, yeah, that's right. It's on the 35 plus 10, yeah, that's right. So 34, and then a timeout with Newcastle. I think we'll keep it here, Coach. But I just say, wow.
Yeah.
What this first half has just been a barn burner.
You know, in it's fast paced, and we're seeing speed on both teams.
Yes.
There's a lot of speed out there. Yes. So not only are there, is the scoring is happening quickly, the plays, but we're seeing some speed.
When you say he had the leg, were you watching him in warm-ups? Where was he hitting from?
I don't know.
Range?
I know I don't know. Yeah. I'm stammering because I've only seen a couple of films on him.
A 44-yarder in high school is huge. I mean, and you put yourself 5 yards back because of the false start.
I'm thinking they've called it off, but they haven't. No, he's back out. But what's the cost? It's going to be. It's basically like a punt.
Right. So here's a 44-yard field goal attempt. And noise coming up on the Newcastle Racers side of the stadium. Ball down, kick up. This is not going to have the distance. It's going to be wide and short and incomplete. And in high school, the ball will be back at the 20-yard line no matter where the ball is kicked. So we'll be 3.9 seconds. Maybe I would say maybe just a handoff here and then hope for maybe a defensive penalty for one on time down.
And
but
if I hand it off, I'd hand it off to number 5.
Yeah, TJ Bradford, let's see what he can do to make something happen. It's back and forth, and we'll discuss how this game unfolded. But we've got a 14-12 Poteau lead by 2 heading into halftime. And I will say this, and that's been a quiet Poteau crowd right now. This is not what they're used to.
That's right.
They're used to really playing up on people and scoring, and this has got some nervous people here in Poteau, Oklahoma.
He might throw this down the field. Nope.
No, it's going to be a handoff to Bradford. And you say something happened out of nothing. Skates around the corner, 35, 40, and then he will just end the quarter with the ball going out of bounds with zeros on the clock. So we leave you at half. Poteau leads by 2, 14-12. We'll come back with halftime and second half action. You don't go anywhere. You're watching New Racer football right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list.
Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again. We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma because we wouldn't be a community without you.
Yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped, shooting my shot. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm the one, I'm a legend, get what I want. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped, shooting my shot. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm the one, I'm a legend, get what I want.
All right, welcome back to Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this 4A showdown, where the Newcastle Racers just trail 2 points at the half, 14-12. We've got second half action coming up. You keep it right here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Those of us joining us in the broadcast booth, my name is Eric Sherm, filling in for Josh Calloway, who's on assignment helping out the University of Oklahoma for a BYU game that's going to be tomorrow, 11 o'clock our time, 10 o'clock Mountain Time. And we want to thank him for all of his year. And hopefully if we get a Newcastle Racer win, he'll be in for a match for a semifinal match up next week. And then Billy Collier as well, out on assignment and was not able to make the game. Big Newcastle, huge fan of the city and the program, and we want to wish them both well, and hopefully they can check in on this one where the new Racers are on top 14-12. Let's give you some scores from across the network. First off, Carl Albert leads Collinsville 42-0. Elgin and Claremore are tied at 0 at halftime, and Del City leads Guthrie 28-0. For those who are watching on Facebook, like us on Facebook. For those who are on our YouTube channel, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Okay, now in 4A, Blanchard was up 14-0. Salisaw has come back to make it a 1-point contest, 14-13 there at the half. Wagner leads Tuttle 7-0, and Ada leads Clinton 14-7. And we said, Gene, down to the final 8 after tonight. There will only be 4 that punch their ticket for the semifinals, and that's a very special time to be practicing during Thanksgiving week.
That's right. And as they were saying, it's not over till it's over, and that goes for all 4 of these games that we're seeing. It really applies tonight. The Racers have a remarkable way of adjusting during halftime. Sometimes they adjust after the first quarter. I have a pretty high confidence in our defensive coordinator to honing in on this breakaway from around those end runs. So and I have a feeling the offensive coordinator will be looking for a little bit of energy as well.
One thing that we were talking about is that, from my bird's eye view, and I didn't follow the team all season long, part of the Oklahoma Sports Network. I saw the highlights. It was kind of, I would see scores, and it was kind of like slow to start, but big finishes, because it was kind of a tight ball game that I would see in the first quarter or the half, and then I'd look back in the third and fourth quarter score, and I'd say, okay, what happened? Newcastle just broke it right open. So their ability to put games away in the third and fourth quarter has been a specialty for this year. Let's keep that as a special thing going forward to knock off the number one team in the state.
Mm-hmm. And Eric, if I may, Billy and I talk about this a lot. We talked about it early on in the season that we felt like we have the strength and conditioning as a team, and we think that may be the correlation, or that may be the what to point to for that third and fourth quarter push. It looks like we're getting better, but I think the other team is not standing with us and lasting as long with us. So it could be that. And you never know. Even on a game like that, a team like Poteau, you never know. It could be last man standing. So to speak.
And I want to keep it close. And Coach had the confidence walking in. We were talking to him a little bit, and he says it's going to be a good one tonight. And he felt confident with his game plan and confident what he saw, because he says they've never really seen a team like us this year. And not putting away, you only play the teams that are in front of you. You can only control that. But I think that I think he liked his chances. I like the chances, and I like what we're seeing right now, and especially if we're a second-half team, so to speak, what can they muster up when both teams are going to make their adjustments. But I think Poteau is who they are. They're not going to get out of what they are. And you really, and I don't like to play the if game. You take out those 55-yard plus runs out of the gate, and Newcastle has pretty much shut them down and contained them. And they've won over in the turnover margin with getting two of them. One they capitalized with putting 6 points on the board. It's a 14-12 game because the opening start of this game, you won't like to go see if you're a Newcastle Racer fan, because it was a 3-and-out. You got the ball on the 20-yard line, 3-and-out. You punt to them. They take the ball down and score, and you go, okay, is this what we're going to expect? And then Newcastle, on a third down long play, pass play, got him into business, striking distance in the end zone for the touchdown, but the PAT was blocked. And then they get the ensuing, the next drive after stopping Poteau. They get the ball back. Another great drive after a turnover to get them in business to get their second score. But again, same guy comes through, blocks the PAT, and that's why we stand at 14-12, and the difference in those 2 points.
That's right, and that one player, I think that was number 11, Maddox, or on both plays. I'm drawing a blank on my names, but I believe that was number 11 once again, Dax Collins actually, and he had speed, and it wasn't that the kicker missed it. It's just that it got blocked, and it wasn't a low kick. He just came flying in from the side and blocked it. So.
Okay, so we've got about 11 minutes before we start second half action. We kind of gave you up-to-date scores on the network. And in 4A, Blanchard, last check, only leads Sallisaw by 1, 14-13. Defending state champion Wagner leads Tuttle 7-0. Ada leads Clinton 14-7. Over on the network, Carl Albert leads Collinsville 42-0. Elgin and Claremore in Elgin are tied up at scoreless 0-0, and Del City leads Guthrie 28-0 at Del City. We'll take another timeout. We'll be back to action right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list.
Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again. We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma because we wouldn't be a community without you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
All right, back here at Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this matchup, and we are at the half where the number one Poteau Pirates lead the Newcastle Racers, ranked number 5 in the state, 14-12, and what a game that we've had. An update with the Blanchard and Salisaw game, it is all tied up at 14 apiece, so when I looked, they must have just scored the touchdown. They got the PAT. That game is tied. Del City leads another touchdown to their lead to make it 32-0, and Elgin and Claremore still scoreless at 0-0, and winners advance. Wow. The final 8 in Class 5A and 4A. Glad you could join us here on the network with this Newcastle and Poteau matchup. And, of course, we'll have second half action coming up shortly here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Other games on the network, checking out Walters trails Dibble 20-13 there at the half. Apache leads Stratford 21-13 on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Those games with Carl Albert, Elgin, Del City. This one here at Poteau and Walters can be caught and catched on the Oklahoma Sports Network. You can basically find us by searching your Google and Android stores, just in your Play stores. and then you search the Oklahoma Sports Network. It's free to download and free to watch. And then also on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV, you can watch on your home sets as well, which is a great, great tribute. I do want to thank Josh Calloway for his great seasonal work, and hopefully come back to call what would be a great semifinal matchup if it's between Blanchard or Salisaw. The winner of this game will play that matchup. The other side of the bracket shows Wagner was leading Tuttle 7-0, and Ada leads Clinton 14-7. It's now 20-14 Blanchard. Okay, thank you. As the update Gene gives us, I know our eyes are checking out the 4A scores, and these will all play on neutral sites, by the way. If the Newcastle Racers come up with a win, we will see you on Tuesday night for a coach's show at Luigi's, where Billy and Gene will be your hosts. How cool is that, huh?
Yep.
I also want to thank all of our fine sponsors throughout the year, but I also want to say Buffalo Wild Wings, who are a scheduled sponsor. Of course, Buffalo Wild Wings been with us from the get-go, and they have been our scheduled sponsor with Wing Tuesdays, Boneless Thursdays. Why not any day of the week? Make a Buffalo Wild Wings over there, 9600 I-44 Service Road, just minutes away from Newcastle. Wings, tenders, burgers, and so much more. You can also catch the Mid-Dell Coaches Show, part of the Buffalo Wild Wings in Mid-Dell over at Dell City. But great supporters of the community, Buffalo Wild Wings, anytime. I'm in for, and you know what's, here's a weird statement that you and I talk food and we kind of like different things. For the first time ever, I got a burger at Buffalo Wild Wings about a month ago, and it is good. My brother-in-law said they're good, but I say, you go to Buffalo Wild Wings for wings. I mean, I'm in the mood for wings. It's kind of like going to a Mexican restaurant for a burger, and sometimes you'll get a great burger at a Mexican restaurant, but I just don't normally do that.
Eric, you just referred to our coaches show. We're having so much fun with that show. The community of Newcastle, the fans, the players have come. The coaches come. We have several coaches in the audience every week. And speaking of good food, same way we're at Luigi's Italian restaurant, family restaurant, and one of their evenings they featured as their special hamburgers and cheeseburgers. And I thought, well, that was a little unusual, but I had one made for me. I took a couple of home to enjoy that evening after the show. They were the best ever. So these fine restaurants, they have their specialty, but they can make a lot of good food.
Well, you remember the Newcastle Racers won the coin toss, elected to receive, so they will be kicking off to the Poteau Pirates to start second half action. We're 2 minutes away from the clock expiring and then the 3-minute warm-up. We'll see if they stick to that, and we will be back to action right after this timeout as you're watching Newcastle Racer football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped, shooting my shot. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm the one, I'm a legend, get what I want. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm on top, can't be stopped, shooting my shot. Oh, 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 yeah, I'm the one, I'm a legend, get what I want. Oh, oh, oh.
At CFD, our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list.
Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again. We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma, because we wouldn't be a community without you.
All right, welcome back to Poteau, Oklahoma. Nice little drive on perfect night weather. The flags just kind of a little flutter. The weather here a little bit warmer than it was in Newcastle. When we left the parking lot, it was about 55 degrees. We got here, it was about 60. So about a 5-degree difference. Cold front really hadn't hit here. It's going to kind of hit a little bit later, gradually after this ball game is over. Both teams kind of warm up with their 3-minute warm-up. We got about 1:50 left to go before we start second half action. Remember, the Newcastle Racers won the coin toss, elected to take the ball, so they will be kicking off to Poteau. And I don't know, Gene, I just said I like our chances that us, when I say us being Newcastle, being a second half team that can really put it on. And so you like that you stride for stride, punch for punch. Yes, they came out. They just on their first drive showed you who they were. They scored with a 55-yard touchdown. Then you answered to score. You get the turnover and score. You get 2 of those blocked. Really, we're at a 14-14 all game, but technically it's not because it's 14-12 with the 2 blocked PATs.
I agree with you, Eric. And just looking at the kind of the demeanor of the racers, how they're carrying themselves on the sidelines, now warming up on the field. They seem relaxed. They seem confident. And we've watched these throughout the season. They don't go up and down like a roller coaster. And that's what Coach Brickman has always emphasized, that I'm not, he says, it's not all about emotion, get the emotions up high because it goes back down. These guys are just business people. It seems like they're about the business of playing this game, and I think that gives me confidence. I'll have even more confidence to see how we come out in this third quarter and face this offense that is speedy. They are, one of my friends was saying in the stands a while ago, they're quick. And I said, well, they're quick and they're also fast. Yeah. And when they break away and our speedsters weren't able to catch up with them on that long drive, that tells me they're fast, but they are quick on the line and on the offense.
Contemporary Dentistry is going to be your third quarter sponsor. Their number one goal is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Come in and experience the difference. 1117 Northwest 32nd Street, phone 405-387-9300. Newcastle in their all whites with their blue numbers. The Poteau Pirates in their all dark black with kind of a dark maroon red numbers. 12 on the board. We're ready for third quarter action.
What a great venue. We've talked about this earlier. They have a turf field. It's aging now like our home field did for so many years. We were able to get a new one. This was a little old, but it's just so classic. A good number of fans on both sides. Great weather. This is football weather.
We'll get our camera back up momentarily. I think what happened, we moved the camera and then we ended up get the power back on.
Batchelder's teeing the ball up for the Racers, and we will just see how they handle this kickoff return and also how they line up and handle these fast Pirate offensive players.
So the ball teed up at the 40-yard line, getting ready to start second half action with 12 on the board. And this is going to be kicked deep end over end and is going to be fielded at about the 2-yard line. Take it to the 5 to the 10. Tight ropes on the sideline to the 15 to the 20, 25, 30, and then he's up and out of bounds, but a great return.
That was a great return.
For the Pirates to put themselves in business right outside about the 38-yard line, 37-yard line. First and 10. Boy, I say that shows their speed, what you were just talking about, just on the return. And, you'd like to get those in the end zone for touchbacks because you hate to see return men who are the most dangerous on the field get the ball kicked to them and then be able to do their stuff. Starting third quarter action right here. Noisemakers up and people on their feet. Jet sweep motion to the near side of the field. And then it's going to be collided with the Newcastle defense. But there's very patient on the blocks.
That's about 3 of the toughest defenders you can meet at the same time. Number 21, Lovejoy. Number 13, Burt. Number 15, Shanuel. And any one of them could lay a lick on you, but all 3 hit after about a 6, maybe 5.5-yard gain.
That's too much on a first down carry. But this is what Poteau does. His coach will say run the ball about 85% of the time. Just underway in the third quarter.
And kind of a student body left, student body right.
Yep. And this is going to be a handoff coming back here to the near side, waits for a block. Man, he just gets away from the defender, gets the first down, and he sees the marker, gets past it, gets the first down, move the chains right outside the 48-yard line. You say, you have him, but you didn't wrap him up and take him down.
That's number 5, number 6, Jackson Summers. They're using a lot of different running backs, Eric.
Well, and that makes a fresh stable of runners as they quickly go to the line. It's going to be a handoff, and this time the Newcastle is there on the await and the exchange, and just a gain of a couple. Past midfield inside Newcastle Racer territory, right outside the 48-yard line.
So many times it's the first man through, but he follows through so well with a fake to the next person. You really think he still has the ball, but that time number 45, Jaron Webb, Heavy J, number 77, Taj Smith, and the defensive end were in there for a short gain.
So Tekla will come out with this shift over package, left, right. Boy, they got a lot of motion.
Number 6 again. There he goes.
There he's off to the corner, to the races, to the 30, to the 20. It's almost a foot race, gets pushed, and they will say he's out of bounds at about, what is he? Did they say a touchdown?
He's going to call it.
It is touchdown. I thought that he was.
How could he have called that?
I thought that he said at the 1.
And the marker is going down. Well, I guess it's going down for the extra point.
Yeah, for the PAT. So the touchdown, and we saw that, and that speed kills and puts 6 more on the board. And the PAT coming up. They're trying to make it 21. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So that silenced the Newcastle side of things to make it 21-12. Now you got to answer points with points. We're just 10:18 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this. You're watching Newcastle Racer Football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
Well, you start second half action. You don't like it where Poteau goes on the board with the touchdown to make it 21-12. The PAT is good, and it's been the big plays. It's been the big strikes that has been up against Newcastle. Going to kick end over end in the end zone for a touchback. Kickoff sponsor brought to you by Auto Accessories. Specializing in custom paint and body for cars, trucks, boats, RVs, you name it. Paint and body collision repair and modifications. 5600 Huetner Drive in Norman. Phone 405-360-8855.
Well, so Eric, we've not established anything on the ground really, and that's what I'd really like to see. I understand we need points now, and he's probably going to the air.
Yeah, Jackson Burt's going to go a little bubble screen to the far side of the field, makes just one man miss, makes the second one have to make the tackle as he skates up to about the 24-yard line. But, you know, you got to, and I don't think you panic in this because it's 4 quarters, but you need to answer on this drive. You need to make it, you know, you got to make it interesting.
Right, and that was a good 5-yard gain. You know, you take that any time.
Hand clap. Burt, near side, gets the block with the bubble screen up to the 30, 31-yard line. And that'll be enough for a 1st and 10. You know, you can nickel and dime your way all the way down the field. You don't have to have big play strike capabilities, even though Newcastle has that in their repertoire and their weapons. Jackson Burt with the confidence that senior quarterback has.
And the desire to get in the hands of these speedster receivers, or,
and it is a handoff.
Or number 5.
There he goes. And he gets away from the one because that was really sold well by Jackson, who just basically thought maybe he had it, but it was already handed off to TJ, and he skates his way up to about the 34-yard line for a gain of a couple. Brings up second down and about 7.
That was a great tackle by number 11, once again, who's had a really great game tonight, Dax Collins.
Jackson Burt, fake handoff,
There's
bubble screen to the far side of the field, makes a man miss. He gets the block that he needs, and then he gets pushed out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, needs to get past the 41 to move the chains. Brings up a third down and about 1. Boy, if you need a yard, you need to get a yard. What do you do here? Quarterback keep? I don't know. They really need to not punt the ball back over to Poteau.
Right. I think this will probably be Burt or getting he jumped, but they didn't call him over the line.
Jackson Burt will have twins receivers, and now we've got a timeout by an official by the Whitecap. And what is this? He's going to call and talk to the coach, I guess. Wouldn't you have to call timeout to call a timeout to
well,
talk?
It looks like it's initiated by the white hat.
It was.
So
I guess maybe because he was trying to say whether or not it was false start or something, or like what you said, they didn't call it. Maybe he wanted an explanation. But the thing is usually they don't stop play to say that.
What I saw was the defender jump. So he wouldn't have been arguing that one.
Right.
But he may have thought but if he's going to do that, how did he get the white hat attention so easily?
Yeah. Well, back to work, Jackson Burton Company. Need a yard? Oh, he gets away from the
Good
one.
effort.
What a great diving. Knew where the sticks. He had to get past the 41-yard line. That should be enough for a first down. We'll see.
Oh, my
I was
goodness.
going to say fourth down, and will he even call for a measurement? It's going to be fourth down in a punting situation.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, it went kind of the other direction a little while ago. This is going to be that heavy set with number 77.
So this is going to go for it here. Risky in your own territory. Hard clap. They've loaded the box. Quarterback keeper lowers his shoulder, pushes the pile. He'll get the first down and more. What a great call from Coach Brickman to say, I'm going for it in my own territory. Move the chains as he gets up to about the 45-yard line.
Jackson Shaniel is expert on that. Follows the block of Taj Smith and a good block on the left side of the line. Push forward for a good gain, all things considered.
Just power running. You needed 1. He gets you 5. Move the chains. 7:07 mark here in the third quarter. Trying to answer points is the Newcastle Racers. Jackson Burt back in motion, and now a timeout is called by Newcastle.
Ooh.
So as they call a timeout, we'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
All right, as Newcastle called their first timeout of the second half, Coach wanted to see something. Down 21-12 with 6:59 left to go here in this third quarter. Glad you could join us in the broadcast booth for this fun quarterfinal action. Burt, back to work, back to pass. Got a man, it's open, and it's going to be a flag in the play. Little pushing and shoving back in the secondary, and this could be a PI. It is pass interference against the Poteau Pirates.
Boy, Jalen Lane got down there, and he was open, and that defender was all over him. I didn't see pushing and or pulling. I guess he just just got in his face and enough to draw the flag.
That's going to put the Newcastle Racers, had to go for it on their own 40-yard line. They're now on the Poteau 40-yard line. Back in the shotgun formation is Jackson Burt. Fake handoff, quarterback keep, gets it right up the middle, spin move down to about the 32-yard line, and that is all senior quarterback with the muscle. Making things happen with his legs. Brings up a second down and short.
This is new running back number 8, Longman. He's pretty shifty himself.
Jackson Burt with a hand clap, trying to draw them off sides, get a new play call from the sideline. Second opportunity, handoff. Oh, wow, he is met defensively, but gets away from that. Tackler pushes his feet, and you thought, wow, what a great hit and collision. We'll get to see that on our instant replay.
That's number 8, Caden Longman, Eric, and he's deceiving.
That's the second effort. Right there, you think it's done and over with, but then he keeps his feet moving. The Racers back in business.
He is fun to watch, and he can also catch the ball from the running back position.
Halfway through the third quarter, little bubble screen. They like to go
good
with a
move.
block at the 30. Makes a man miss at the 25. Runs into congestion right outside the 22-yard line.
He made a smart move back infield toward the center of the field. Otherwise, he would have been dealing with another defender. He didn't pick up a lot of ground.
I'm going to say,
however, it was a good game, wasn't it? He picked up 4 or 5 yards by that move back toward the center of the field.
Say a red zone opportunity coming up for the Newcastle Racers. Quarterback keep, and he'll push the pile and keep his feet moving. Oh, and they still no whistle, and then still goes past the 20, down to the 19-yard line in your red zone. Trinity Restoration, top quality roof repair and restoration. Call 405-695-7040.
What's amazing, they let that continue, but he did keep moving. I know the other side they're crying for a quicker whistle, but boy, that is impressive. 1st and 10, Eric.
Well, that's the way you like it. Keep it moving. Jackson Burt on a great, impressive drive to try to respond. Going to come out with a flare pass to the far side of the field. Keeps his feet moving and gets extra yards after the initial hit. He didn't wrap up and tackle, just gave him that little bump move, and he still stayed on his feet.
That's freshman Jalen Lane. And he turned about a 1-yard gain into at least 5 or maybe 6.
Right outside the 11-yard line, knocking at the door. Jackson Burton Company trying to respond and answer points with points here in the second half to make things interesting. Burt, it's a handoff, goes off tackle to the far side of the field and is met there with a host of defenders. But it's going to be third down already. 4-down territory. Unless you think we'll try for a field goal. You think that is in the mix at all?
I'm guessing not.
Okay, 4-down territory. It's going to be a new play call from the sideline. Jackson Burt telling his offensive line. TJ next to him. Fake to hand off to TJ, and that is almost intercepted. Dangerously thrown. He had 2 receivers, one on the end post, one in the middle of the field.
He just missed number
missed
2.
Both. Yeah. Yep.
Well, now, back to your question. I wouldn't hate a field goal right here.
Right, I understand.
However, they've crashed in on both of our PATs.
Yeah, that's true. So it is 4th down and 7. 4 minutes left to go. Knocking at the door. You don't want this to be an opportunity to go undone. Making some noise here as there is a whistle for a timeout called by Newcastle. So they call a timeout. They only have 1 remaining, and we're still in the third quarter. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
CFD. Our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Right back here in Poteau, Oklahoma. And it's a 4th down and about 7 to try to get the first down, or it's going to be a turnover on downs. Jackson Burt.
Eric, I have my eyes on number 4, Heskew. He's been such a game changer.
Straight back to pass, sits up. He is going to go for
him.
number 4. It's high, and he initially had it in his hands. Incomplete, and it's going to be a turnover on downs. So you had the opportunity. You had the shot, and during the timeout, I'll give you credit. You said that's who they're going to go to, and you can see on the instant replay, goes, had stretched hands, outstretched, and it just could not come down with it.
Wow.
Missed opportunity.
Missed opportunity. Great effort on both the pass and the catch, attempted catch.
Eric Ledoux's State Farm instant replay, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. So Poteau back on their own 13-yard line. It's going to be a handoff.
Met him at the line, push forward.
Yeah, and that's – we know that they tend to like to go left quite a bit on that package, and they were able to score. You know, if they can get off that edge, if you don't set it.
Short gain on the play, it's 2nd down.
So it brings up a 2nd down. Gain of a couple, I guess. They're going to give them 2. Maybe 1. On the big board, it says 1. 2nd down and 9. 3:23 in this third quarter is disappearing. Back to work. Goes around the corner. Quarterback run, and they're going to flag in the play.
Wow. Actually, I thought that was a
This could
good
be a chop block or on T.J. Bradford.
It might have been a blind side.
Yeah.
Let's see how he calls it, because it looked like he got him in front. Oh.
Holding.
Okay.
Holding.
I missed that one.
Holding against the Pirates.
Yeah. I don't think that was on the block against TJ. That looked like a good block, but we'll take it, whatever it is, because we need to move them back here.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We saw this in the first half. Can we get a turnover? Can we get a pick? Can we get a fumble, a scoop and score? We talked to you. Said that there was it a lineman that got 2 touchdowns?
Well,
it was defender.
Actually, he run a kickoff return back, an onside kickback 50 yards, but he got 2 from the offensive position.
So a handoff up the middle is going to just push the pile up to about the 15-yard line.
Whoa. So the way they can move it, there's no real need to put it in the air. They are. But now might be the time.
Yeah, it's going to bring up 3rd down though.
And we're going to
3rd down and 7.
We're going to your comment. Let's them put it in the air and snag it right here.
Or just a fumble or something. Getting loud here in the Newcastle side of the stands. We are on the away side, so we're on the Newcastle's trying to make some noise. And this is going to be a timeout call. So the Pirates call a timeout, interestingly, with 2:13 left to go in the third. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list.
Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again. We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma, because we wouldn't be a community without you.
Back to Poteau, Oklahoma, site of this showdown, and a 3rd down and 7 for the Poteau Pirates. Handoff.
Around that left end.
Sweep that side.
Ian Barker.
He's going to get to he knew where the marker was. I think they're going to.
Jackson Summers, the ball carrier. Penalty markers.
There is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort this one out.
He's indicating holding.
Personal foul,
Oh.
face mask, the call against Newcastle.
Oh, my goodness.
Personal foul, face mask. That's 15 yards.
First and 10, Pirates.
So it's not incidental. Hands to the face, 15 yards, and they're marching forward. Newcastle is backpedaling. That's in the wrong direction, guys. 2:06 remaining here in the third quarter. 21-12, Poteau on top. Newcastle looking to try to get an answer.
Well, that tackle was on the opposite side of the field. I did not see that.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle.
That
Gets
first man
past.
through.
Yeah, and he gets all the way past the 42, 43-yard line. Boy, what a pickup on a first down.
Up the middle for the Pirates. Takes the ball to the 42-yard.
Brings up a second down and about 3.
All right, Pirate fans, get your tickets out.
Pirates.
Time for the 50-50 drawing after this play. Get those tickets out. It's time for
Minute
the
31 and counting here in the third quarter. Trying to make something happen. Up to about the 43. Racing right up to the line, as we see. And a handoff up the middle, and that is stopped. Brings up a third down and about 1.
Well, those defensive linemen are working triple time.
The 50-50 winner is 002-17-245. 0021.
Boy, Eric is almost like Babe Ruth pointing to the field he's going to hit it to. These guys you almost know what they're going to do.
Yep.
But how to stop it is just a challenge.
Yep. Here at Poteau's field, trying to get a stop for the Newcastle Racers. Going to be a handoff.
There's your chance.
And he is going to get that stopped. And it's going to be about a shy of a half a yard.
Something tells me they'll go for this. Whoa.
It's fourth down. Boy, that's really gutsy. If they don't get it or they get a penalty here, going to wind the clock with 9 seconds, and I think we're going to end the third quarter and go to 4. 12 minutes remain. Advance to the semifinals. The winner go the spoils. It's 21-12 after 3 quarters of play here in Poteau, Oklahoma. We'll be back with the fourth and final period right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network. All right, so a fourth down. Poteau going to look to go for it here. Try to put this and seal this handoff, and that's going to be enough for a first down.
Yeah.
And that's going to be number 11. So Dax Collins, committed to Tulsa, the 6'1" senior, put it on his shoulders, the 175-pounder, pounds it to get enough to move the chains. And now they'll play keep away, up 2 scores, up by 9. You got to try to get something to happen here in this drive, because the way things are, with the way they control the clock, they'll come straight to the line. Looking for something here. A collision, off to the corner, and then tight ropes along the sideline, still on his feet, and he will get all the way down to about the 31-yard line. He'll step out outside the 32. Jackson Summers, the running back, senior. And now they say, we're going to try to put this one away. Trying to do the knockout punch to try to say, we're going to go up 3 scores if we can dump it in, and you won't have enough time with 11:21 here in the fourth and final period.
Well, they're strong for the short yardage up the middle, but they are getting big gains on those.
Yep. And
end runs.
that's their big strikes is when they get outside that edge. Quickly to the line, under center. Handoff, off tackle, is met at the exchange, gets down to about the 28-yard line, and they'll play keep away, and they will run this clock. Newcastle has one timeout remaining, and they have two. So they're going to chew up a lot of time with this, and that's smart football because there's 22 on the play clock, and you can kind of see they're kind of waiting for a late substitution down to the 16-second mark. But you know when they break the huddle, they go straight to the line and snap the ball. That's orchestrated. You really got to get that shift over and that move. Double tight end coming to the near side, handoff. Oh, and then it's hit from behind, number 77, with a big Newcastle stop, just what the doctor ordered, and we'll get to see that on our instant replay.
Number 6, Jackson Summers.
That was a big play by Taj Smith, obviously, getting back through the line, taking him, looked like a loss back to the line of scrimmage, back to their previous line, 3rd and long.
So 3rd down, and they're still playing the keep away, run the clock at 10-10 mark. Down 9, Newcastle needs to try to find an answer, and it comes up with a defensive stop is priority number 1. Making some noise on the Newcastle side.
Number
Jet
11.
sweep motion going around the corner, waits for a block, and then gets down to about the 28-yard line.
Number 11, Jackson.
Well, he is their go-to guy.
Yep, and he's really shown his stuff. Newcastle looks a little spent, looks a little tired of chasing that. When you run side to sideline, you're running just as much because you're running all those yards to get across the field. 9:31 and counting.
Big 4th down.
And it is a 4th down, as they saw that last time they went for it, but it was a lot shorter, about a 4th and 1. Now it's about a 4th and 6. Getting loud over on the Newcastle side of the stadium. Got a man in motion.
Gonna
Get
pass.
it back to pass, flushed out of the pocket, looking to throw, and then run. And then he has a coverage sack as he gets a turnover on downs, and Newcastle escapes where no points were put up. Now, this is the time to answer. You need one of your scores in this drive right here.
That's right. We have to score here, and if we do score here, it's going to give energy to the white jerseys out there,
Right.
and they're going to feel that much better. But they do need to drive and score.
Well, let's see if what you can dial up, and we change in at quarterback as Jackson Shanuel will come in for the Newcastle Racers. See what he can do on this drive.
Burt stays in at tight end.
It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and you see that little black padded helmet as TJ gets pushed the pile up to about the 30 plus the
33, maybe 30, 31. A gain of 5, 4.5 maybe.
Yep.
He has not broken through yet.
No, and you know, it's kind of like that Barry Sanders syndrome. You stop me, and then all of a sudden it's that one break one. Trips here on your low end of the screen. TJ on the left, pass to, and then it's wide open to the quarterback.
That's Jackson
Jackson for the 30, down to the 25, to the 20, then it gets down to about the 15-yard line. What a connection. Pass from quarterback to quarterback. Let's see that on instant replay. I saw he had a streaking wide open. Look, Shanuel.
And he had someone in his face.
And Jackson.
What a run after the catch.
And now we'll set it up. We talked about having to try to get a score here.
1st and goal. Didn't go anywhere.
And nothing going there.
Probably lost a yard.
Yep. So the big play, a capability of Newcastle, going to make things interesting if they can dump it in here, but they have to dump it in. As now a whistled timeout, officials timeout.
Well, Eric, the sticks are up, and the sticks should not be up if it's 1st and goal, but it must be
Yeah, I'm outside
like
the 1.
Must be.
Yeah, because it's 2nd down and 9, so they need to get about to the 1-yard line to get a fresh set of downs. Shanuel in at quarterback. He found Jackson with that connection with a pass play. See where they can muster up here. Handoff.
To Burchett.
And Burchett, he had the initial stop of the defense, but then he made his way to the right and found a few extra, skates down to about the 10-yard line, and it brings up a third down play. Third down and 7. You need 7 yards to get a first down to punch it in. Shaniel barking out instructions. TJ, hard count, and they didn't come. I thought that was going to be 5. Try to hard count. Shaniel again, back to work, back to pass. Stands in the pocket, looking to throw, and that is almost dangerously picked off in the end zone for an interception.
These guys are tough. This defense is standing tough.
You can see that there, right there, and it tipped away instead of picked. That could have been pretty much the ball game right there. And here is a fourth down with a decision, having to go for it, and a timeout, and that's going to be the last timeout of Newcastle. They will be out of timeouts. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
All right,
here we go.
Back to action here. After the timeout, it's a fourth down. Big decision here to try to dump it in. Well, you need to get 7 yards to get a first down. Got 2 backs split between Shaniel. It's going to be a fake handoff, rolling, looking for a wide open. It's caught. Touchdown, Newcastle. The Racers get 6 on the board. A wide open. We've got to see that. They're on instant replay.
Number 8, Caden Longman on that reception, wide open in the end zone, as you said.
Just streaking. No one saw him come back door. It's just a little pitch, catch. Touchdown is good. And the Racers put 6 on the board to make it even more interesting.
And they may go for 2 here.
I think that's pretty good indication that you want to be able to do that. Make it 21-18. And the 2-point conversion coming up. Shaniel in the shotgun formation. It's going to be a quarterback. He'll just lower his shoulders. He'll push the pile. They'll keep pushing. And that is going to be a stop. Negated at the 1. So no good. 21-18. 6:46. We've got a long way to go in this one. We're not finished. You don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
When it comes to your home, you need someone that you can trust to keep it safe and protected for you and your family.
Vesta Foundation Solutions is your local, family-owned company that has helped many homeowners fix and protect their homes.
Our engineered solutions can take care of all of your foundation repair, basement waterproofing, concrete leveling, and dirt crawl space repair needs.
We take pride in getting the job done right, and you'll always be protected with up to a 75-year warranty.
Contact us today for a free estimate.
Making things very interesting as the Newcastle Racers don't go anywhere. It's a 21-18 contest as they got the stop against Poteau, and the quarterback-to-quarterback connection with the reception to Jackson Burt to set them up for the score. The 2-point conversion was stopped just inches, just on the goal line to make it just a 1-point contest, so you needed another score anyway. Kickoff brought to you by Auto Accessories. There in Norman. It's going to be a chip shot short, and is going to be fielded at the 35.
Oh, my goodness.
Now taken, skipped that at the 50, inside Newcastle territory at the 35-yard line. That was disastrous, and Poteau has come to life. We'll see that here on the instant replay. But, you know, on the short one, you better be there, and you had it. Oh, and then 3 of them overran the pursuit. And, man, the 32-yard line is set up shop for Poteau. Man, you'd kind of like to have them extra yards, but the gamble did not pay off this time.
Eric, we stopped them down here the previous drive, so here's our opportunity.
Now you're going to have to stop them once again.
It's a big ask.
Or maybe a turnover. We had 2 of them in the first half. Let's see if we can get one here. Handoff.
Oh, my goodness.
And then right up the middle, and boy,
Wow,
he almost skated off for a score.
Yeah.
Gets past the 20-yard line in the red zone. In the Summers move goes right up the middle.
Shane Lovejoy saved the touchdown, but he got a first down inside the 20.
6:23 and counting in the fourth quarter. The voice of the Racers, Gene, myself, Eric Sherham, Uriah on camera, filling in for Josh and Billy, and I'm sure they're having a nervous time watching this one. Handoff off tackle, the far side of the field, almost escapes right up the middle for a score, but again stopped, but knocking at the door right outside the Newcastle 10.
How does he find a way to slide through there, Eric?
Well, he's finding it. And Summers, and you say, you know, between a 1-2 punch between their running backs, and they'll kind of wear you out. You got a little bit of hands on the hip there for the Newcastle Racers. Ball stand right outside the 11-yard line, and they'll milk the clock. 5:30 left to go. Newcastle is out of timeouts. It's a 21-18 Poteau lead with 5:25 left to go here in the fourth and final period. Winner advances to the semifinals. Handoff off tackle again. Skates down to get a flag in the play. Gets all the way down to about the 5-yard line, and we'll check this out. Hopefully it's a hold, and it could come back. So the penalty is assessed. Whitecap talks to the lines judge on the opposite side of the field, and we'll get a silent Newcastle hush. Do we have a
It's too much conversation.
A lot of conversation. So, going to back them up. So Poteau is retreating. Holding is the call. A little banged up for a Newcastle Racer is Jordan Lane. They'll attend to him.
Well, that moved it back quite a ways, Eric.
Well, but you know what? They got the power to punch it.
They sure do.
It'll be a second down in about 12. Man, if you could ask for a miracle turnover here, you need a stop. Can you get a stop? Newcastle fans getting loud up in the stands. Again, off tackle, Newcastle with the exchange. Boy, they keep it moving in the late whistle. Finally, as they kept the pile and the momentum moving all the way down to about the 5. About the
about a 5-yard gain.
Line. Yeah,
just about 14.
Down to the 14. 4:30 and counting. Trying to punch their ticket to the semifinals. Trying to knife their way in for a score. Newcastle looking for a stop. 4-down territory, of course, but you got to get the 3rd down stop. Newcastle is out of timeouts. Poteau has 2. Starting to get loud here on the Newcastle side. That's where we are at on the rocking stands here in Poteau, Oklahoma, and they will call a timeout.
Yep, let the clock run down.
We'll take a timeout and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
CFD. Our mission is to deliver quality dentistry by providing big practice benefits with a little practice feel. Since 2008, we've updated our look, technology, and have added new smiles to our tenured staff to better care for you right here at home. Convenience for you is one of our biggest goals, and we often provide same-day treatment to minimize your time off work. We are open Monday through Friday to serve you. Visit cfdok.com for details. We look forward to seeing you at our big little practice.
Back to action here at Poteau, Oklahoma. It's going to be a handoff. They like that off-tackle play on the far side of the field, and he will get into the score for a touchdown as he makes the initial surge in the tackle, and we'll get to see this again on instant replay. That is a backbreaker right here as you see the initial stop, but he kind of squeaked out, and then he gets the block downfield, and the fireworks go up in Poteau to get another score. Kind of dejects you a little bit. And the PAT coming up. Ball down, kick up, kick on its way, and this kick is good. So the Pirates go up
10
to
points.
28. Yeah, back to 10, and so you make it a 2-point contest again.
Well, you're into that scenario where fans are thinking about a score and an onside kick and a score. It's happened before, but
Right.
it's a big task.
That's a big if. Glad you could join us on the network. We've got some exciting ones. Claremore and Elgin. Claremore leads just by 1 point, 7-6 in the fourth quarter. That game on the network, on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Dell City, comfortable lead over Guthrie, 47-7. They will advance to the semifinals to place themselves against the Claremore Elgin winner. Bishop McGuinness leads Bishop Kelly 21-14. Carl Albert, only about a minute left, punched their tickets to the semifinals. They beating Collinsville 52-14. They will face the winner of the Bishops. If it holds on to Bishop McGuinness, that will be a rematch from a district game earlier on in the season. And your auto accessories kickoff for the Newcastle Racers, trying to respond with 3:53, no timeouts remaining, and they need to come from behind with 10 points. The ball kicked end over end, and is going to be fielded at about the 8. Taken to the 10, the 15, to the 20, still on his feet at the 30, then dives at the 35-yard line, loses his balance, and a flag in the play. We're going to see that on instant replay, and I think it's going to be against them, right?
It looks like a late hit.
Late hit.
He really just fell right on top of him after he was well down. I mean,
So you can see this right here on the return, Joe's, and then, then right out towards the head area.
And Eric, that was their first kick that did not go into the end zone, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's maybe once.
Maybe one.
Well, this one other one that they did not.
Well, and
So
so that gave us a chance.
This will be a little bit of a helpmate there with a 15-yard penalty after the late hit, after the return, and they'll get close to midfield, we'll say at the 50. Half a field to work with, 3:44 left to go, 2 scores down. They need a quick one here. Back in the shotgun formation. Jackson sits back in the pocket, flushed out of the pocket, decides to run. The 50 gets behind and then gets down to about the 45-yard line. They'll take that because then you didn't get a pass, and then you run the clock, you run time. And officials timeout. We got
the ball got kicked, so they stopped the clock. That's fortunate that the officials stopped it for that.
Jackson Burt back to action, looking for a big play. Looking back, standing back. He's got a man. He's got a man wide open. And their feet got tangled up underneath. And there's no flag on it. We'll see this again. You'll see how their feet get tangled up together, and they're going to say
incidental.
No flag, incidental.
Yeah.
And the PA announcer is trying to get this crowd on their feet from Poteau. 3rd down and 5 with 3:15 left to go. Season on the line. Everything to try to play for the semifinals. Jackson Burt, the senior, back in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers top side, 2 on the low side. Back to work, back to pass. Got some time to throw. Flushed out of the pocket, looking downfield. It's going to throw, and that's going to be intercepted at the 30-yard line by number 11. Guess who?
Yep.
The work hall that's committed to go to Tulsa, Dax Collins. He is the strong safety, the free safety, the running back, the 6'1" senior kind of puts it away, so to speak.
Yep.
With 3:06 left to go, and they'll just milk the clock, being up 2 scores, being up 10. And, you know, the woulda, coulda, shoulda race you got, but, you know, you had to throw the ball. You had to have a big play. They sat back in zones. They just waited for you to throw in those areas.
Yeah, that's a backbreaker.
Back to work. Handoff up the middle. What a striking, and he's going to take some defenders with him. That's when you've kind of rocked it with an interception. You kind of do that with a big play.
Right.
Gets past midfield, and Summers, this is a 1-2 punch between Jackson Summers, number 6, and Dax Collins, number 11, showing their stuff and why they're the number 1 team in Class 4A. Looks like the last update you had, Wagner was defeating Tuttle. Blanchard was ahead, so the only one in your district. Blanchard is leading.
Yep. Blanchard's 34-14 over Salisaw. Wagner 30-zip over Tuttle. And Ada 21-9 over Clinton.
Quickly to the line. It's going to be a
First man
handoff,
through.
off tackle.
Oh, my
He's off
gosh.
to the races. One man to beat. Oh, and then a shoestring tackle.
Good job.
Just wore out the defense down to about the 26-yard line. They'll move the chains. They'll stop the clock momentarily at 2:23. And the Newcastle Racer season, the sand in the hourglass is escaping and going through. Unfortunate. Trying to get a rematch to take on what looks like the Blanchard Lions for the semifinals. And this is where Poteau will take.
Well, if Poteau prevails, it looks like they get a good shot. Be a good question as where those two teams will meet in a neutral site. Blanchard and Poteau.
It's going to be a handoff. When they stand them up tall, you say, do you try to punch the ball out and try to get it out? But, you got 2 scores, and a $142, and it doesn't look like it's going to be in the mix. But, Newcastle, you hang your heads high about a great season that you had. And, they're still building. As you said, they're not senior heavy laden, so they've got underclassmen. They got freshmen as starters. They've got almost someone in every class.
That's what you look for every year. However far you go, you ask yourself, how have you done and where are you going from here? And I think we're going to see continued progress by this program.
Yeah.
Coach Brickman has a great coaching staff. We've got great youngsters coming up.
And they can take a knee. They don't have to. They'll call their last time out and celebrate with a $103 left to go in this contest. We'll be back with the final minute right after this. You're watching Newcastle Racer football on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list.
Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again. We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting, so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma because we wouldn't be a community without you.
So, indeed, they'll take the great opportunity to take a knee and call this quits.
Well, that's pretty merciful because you get the feeling these kids could have just pushed it on in there the way they were going. But I'm proud of these racers, Eric. Obviously, as a fan, just so appreciative of everything that they've done.
Well, and I said this to you on the way up. I said this was not going to be a drive for nothing. I said I know they were number 1. They were 11-0.
Right.
But what I saw, Newcastle had a shot and an opportunity, and that will be the last knee, and that will be the season. So unfortunately, not what you want to see, a 28-18 contest as Poteau, the number 1 team, stays unbeaten to go 12-0, and the Newcastle Racer season comes to end with a quarterfinal loss here in Poteau, Oklahoma. So we'll have to see what can take place next year. So as a lot of these teams kind of bowing out, Elgin just lost by 1 point as they hosted in quarterfinals as Claremore advances. Carl Albert with the win, Del City with the win. Del City will take on now Claremore for the semifinals next week. Carl Albert will, if it stays hold, may take on Bishop McGinnis. Fireworks display up in Poteau, but don't have your heads down low.
That's right.
We're going to take a quick timeout because we have to announce our player of the game for our last of the season. So we'll talk about that with Gene and be back right after this on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's no secret that life is busy and you have a million things on your to-do list. Here at Community Bank of Oklahoma, we've made banking simple again.
We can help you get to the important things in life, like the big game tonight.
We do all the heavy lifting so you don't have to.
Race towards us at Community Bank of Oklahoma because we wouldn't be a community without you.
One last time at Poteau, and we have got a final here in this Clash 4A. Congratulations to the number 1 Poteau Pirates. They win by 10, 28-18, but it was a great fight for the Newcastle Racers, who fall to 9-3 quarterfinals, ranked 5th in the state. Poteau remains number 1. Wagner's on that other side. They're the defending state championship. That could be a showdown here. Let's give you our player of the game.
I'm going to have to say the Elcision Realty player of the game. What do you think?
Well, I think we talked about it, but the senior quarterback, not only led his team a great season, great career, and then the catch. He needed that big catch to set his team up for a touchdown. He really made things happen, but Jackson Burt, our player of the game.
Yeah, good job. We had several. It was a tough game, and we had several who came through and made some big plays. But I just think that's the best overall choice. A tip of the hat to Jackson Burt, a real gentleman to begin with, a great student, a great member of the team, and he had a good, tough that catch and the run after the catch just almost made the difference.
Well, it is. Boomer and Tiffany, of course, your team, your local realtors with Prime Realty, Go Racers. What a season it's been, but it comes up short as they lose the quarterfinals here in Poteau. It's been an interesting one, and we were glad to have you along. So Uriah, our videographer, for Gene, I was glad that you were able to fill in because both Billy and Josh had prior commitments, could not be here. They'll be back with you next season. Your final, once again, 28-18. Poteau wins, advances to the semifinals. You've been watching a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thanks for watching this presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.